Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, coming back with some more Star Wars The Old Republic lore, reading through the journals of Master Gnost-Dural. This is episode 11. It is called Rebirth of the Sith Empire. Oh boy. In the years following the Great Hyperspace War, the Sith exiles on Dromund Kaas faced a daunting future on a harsh world. The guidance of the Emperor and the Sith Lords were critical, but Republic intelligence has stolen historical records that indicate the resilience and determination of the early Imperial military were no less crucial to the Empire's reconstruction. Master Gnost-Dural has identified one Imperial military leader in particular, whose story exemplifies the strength that runs throughout every level of Imperial Society. Interesting that he would be remarking on the strength of Imperial Society as a Jedi himself. Yeah, Gnost-Dural is an interesting guy just through the context of the things that he chose to focus on in history. You know, we're learning more about him and his interests as well. Alright, yeah, let's get it going. Without further ado, the Old Republic timeline, Rebirth of the Sith Empire. Let's do it! Oh, LucasArts. I missed that logo. Oh wow, look at that. Big time skip
For
here.
more than 1,000 years, the resurrected Sith Empire advanced unchecked in deep space. All the while, we Jedi believed the Sith were extinct, though several self-proclaimed Sith Lords challenged the Republic. They were all fallen Jedi, not true Sith.
Right. Makes it easy to deny.
The true Sith were the biological descendants of the ancient red-skin race native to Korriban. The true Sith were extinct, except those who fled into exile 900 years ago.
900 years.
The success of their reincarnated civilization is testimony to the dark genius of the Sith Emperor. But the dedication of the Imperial
Oh my god, the rebuilding of Kaas City?
Well.
That was cool to watch.
In our brief glimpses into the Empire's secret history, one name stands out. Grand Moff Viken, the founder of the modern Imperial military.
It's who Viken space dock's named after.
As a child, Viken was one of the few hundred survivors who fled to carnage on Korriban at the end of the Great Hyperspace War. To escape their enemies, the Emperor led a small fleet of Sith ships
Those are cool ships.
jump into uncharted regions.
And Viken went with
The
them.
exile fleet wandered in deep space for many years thereafter. During this time, Viken learned navigation and became one of the fleet's most respected pilots.
The only kid on the bridge.
The survivors finally settled on the jungle world of Dromund Kaas. There the Emperor revealed his vision to build a new civilization of unrivaled efficiency. And he promised his people vengeance. He promised them an empire destined to dominate the galaxy. An empire destined to bring about the Republic's destruction.
That's what it's always about, isn't it?
The Emperor's role in Reconstruction was as visionary alone. He said to have withdrawn into isolation and left the logistics to a newly formed Dark Council.
The Dark
to loyal
Council.
Imperial leaders like Odile Viken. While the Dark Council debated long-term plans in the Sith power structure,
Interesting, the council wasn't
young
all
Viken
Sith
took
in the
on
beginning.
the monumental task of establishing order. Viken drafted every non-Force user of age into the new Imperial military. He then developed the Imperial Military Training Regimen that remains to this day. With his army well-trained, Viken led a campaign to carve a footprint into the wilderness of Dromund Kaas, to create room for the Empire's new capital to flourish. Records suggest that during the campaign, he personally slew a rabid Tarantatek on the site where the Imperial Citadel stands.
That was
today.
cool animation. He 1v1'd a
After establishing
Tarantatek
the
with no
Empire's
force.
dominion on Dromund Kaas, Viken turned his attention to constructing a new Imperial Navy.
Okay, that top blueprint was definitely an OT-era ISD.
Mining and manufacturing.
They thought we wouldn't notice, but I
laid the
did.
groundwork for an ambitious plan. The creation of the Imperial Armada. By his own estimates, the task would take centuries. Viken knew he would never see even a fraction of his plan's success. Nonetheless, he garnered the support of the Dark Council and started the work. It was this act which earned Viken the honor of being the first Grand Moff recognized in the new Imperial military.
The very first Grand Moff.
Grand Moff Viken was eventually killed during an Imperial campaign to conquer an alien system in deep space. He died in battle on the bridge of a prototype Star Destroyer. A fitting end to the first Imperial Grand Moff.
What system were they
Though Viken
trying to
was
subjugate?
lost all those centuries ago, his plan and his name lived on to inspire countless generations who marched under the Imperial banner.
Yeah, you still hear his name on the regular.
Viken's story
Time to go to
represents
the
the
fleet.
surprising loyalty the Imperial citizens show to an empire in which they will always be subservient to the Sith. I believe the roots of this loyalty lie in the events of the Great Hyperspace War. I'll explain my theory in a subsequent report.
Interesting. Could Gnost-Dural be positing that, like, because of the brutality at the end of the Hyperspace War, that the non-Force humans of Korriban saw the Sith as their protectors, as the ones that kept them safe, and they have this loyalty because of that? That feeling of we wouldn't have survived the aftermath of the war if it wasn't for the Sith, therefore we owe them everything. I mean, one way to inspire a fierce loyalty is just through fear itself, right? Just like terrify the hell out of the rank and file with, you know, horrifying punishments. And, well, the Sith are big on that too, so I'm sure that's a factor. I didn't know about Viken. I knew his name from, you know, going to the fleet all the time. I love knowing that. That really, like, gives me something extra to think about in universe when I'm running around doing my errands, you know, like going to the vendors. Yeah, these journals are awesome. I can't thank you enough for recommending that I sit down and watch these. These have really rounded out my experience in both just Star Wars The Old Republic and just, you know, Star Wars history nerd. Really, really enjoying these. Yeah, there's only one left. I'll see you next week for the final reaction to the Journals of Master Gnost-Dural. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. You can also join me on my Twitch channel every Sunday at 12 PST for SWTOR Sundays, where I get up to all kinds of mischief with my guild on the Satil Shan server in Star Wars The Old Republic. Please join the fun if you want. We'd be happy to have you. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.